My name is Eduardo Antonio Tobias. I'm the director and creator of Guey.
Hello everybody, hey, thank you all for coming. My name is Jesse Campos and I played El Chupacabra in the movie.
My name is Raymond Tostado and I played the lead part of Eduardo in the movie Guey.
I'm Adam Ogner and I play Padre, the priest in a border town. And I'm very proud to be a part of Guey and really proud of the entire cast and for Eddie's vision, bringing it to life. I can't wait for you to see it.
Hey guys, I'm Sean Peter Cunningham. I run a brand called Picked Up Films. I got involved with this project after I met and worked with Eddie on the end there. Eddie and I had worked on another film project. I loved his tenacity. I loved his commitment. I was looking for something to diversify into, and this just had a great premise, a great cast attached, and I signed up to be one of the producers. And I'm also ecstatic to see people turn up and be interested in what we do. So thanks for coming along, and we're glad you're here.
Guey is a movie about a woman named Lilith who is on trial for murdering her children. She tells everyone that the Chupacabra killed her kids and no one believes her. So she hires a renegade luchador, Guey, who is known for being a bounty hunter and can find any person that you hire him to find, to basically bring this monster, this myth, to justice. So we threw a lot of the Mexican-American culture into this, into the film, and put a modern twist on all the Mexican folktales that I've kind of grown up with my entire life.
Initially, when I read the project, I saw the opportunity to actually give, well, it goes back to me having dirt in between my toes when I was 5 years old, and I always wanted to look up to a hero that I could relate to. And so when I saw Eddie with his creation on a wave, and I just knew that this was the first Mexican-American superhero and a person that can represent the Latinos of the world, and not only, you know, Latinos, but a diverse culture worldwide. And there's never been a mainstream Mexican-American superhero. And so Guey was born with a great name, you know, which means the dude, the man, Guey. You know, we hear it a lot in our daily lives. You know, ¿Qué pasó, güey? ¿Qué onda, güey? Güey. So that was my initial commitment to the story was to bring this vision to life. And I liked everything else that stood about Guey. You know, he's a person just like you know, minority groups, us people. We have a lot of heart. We have a lot of struggle. We do a lot of you know, do good, and good will be given to you. And that's what Guey is. He's out there just with a big heart, fighting for justice and fighting for people. So that was my initial reason for getting on board.
Hello everyone, I'm Guey. I responded to a casting call for this film, and that's when I first met Eddie, the casting director for it. And he was telling me the storyline on it, and I loved everything about it. I love action films. I've been in other films that do action. And I mean, it was just great. The whole storyline, everything's great. I started meeting everybody that you see up here, and had a great time on set. Everything was fine. I probably should not say this, but
What? Let's go.
I think a couple of people know about it, or about the name. When I responded to this audition, right? I came out of audition and I felt pretty good about it, and I was happy. Well, I go home and I tell my girlfriend, I go, you know what? I just auditioned. I think I did pretty good. I loved it. And I was telling her the storyline. She's like, oh, well, that's great. She goes, but what's the name of it? I go, Guey. And she's looking at me and says, what? I go, well, Guey. And I'm like, but wait a minute, don't laugh. It has a cool concept. The whole storyline's great. She goes, let me see that. I had my phone, right? So I went to where the casting was at, and I showed it to her. And she looks at me and starts laughing. She goes, you know what, you're burned out. I go, oh, what do you mean I'm burned out? She goes, it's en way. Well, I've always grown up knowing that term and hearing that term, right? Hey, way, or it's the way, or I way, you know, but I never knew it was spelled like that. That's just a little funny thing that I have going. I love everybody up here, and I absolutely love filming this. It was great, and I had a really, really good time, and I hope you all enjoy it. Thank you.
Well, the first time that Eddie told me about this project, I had a bucket list thing that I wanted to do, which was to be in a film. And he had this vision of the story that he had come up with, that he wanted to make this film. And he told me it was a modern twist on Mexican folktales. And that there was this one part in it that he thought might be a good match. And he's telling me about this story, which I would love to share with you in detail right now. But these characters, raise your hand if you've ever seen poster or cards from the Loteria. Okay, so, or once I heard about the story and how these characters were being brought into a contemporary context, these characters that I'd seen my whole life growing up in the San Fernando Valley in Los Angeles, and then now living in Dallas, Texas, where I first met Eddie, I really became enchanted with the idea of seeing these characters come to life in a contemporary story. And being a part of the whole team, seeing that happen has been really an amazing experience. When Eddie told me about that, there was a film race in Dallas, and it was going to be a very short period of time to put together a film. And you drew straws as far as some of the constraints of what you were going to make the film about, but Eddie knew exactly what he was going to make this film about, no matter what straws he pulled. And it was really great being part of watching that happen too. So I really hope you get a chance to enjoy the whole picture, and that's sort of how it started.
Well, I'll just say this off the bat. So I've been working on this film for 2 years, and I've just found out that it's not called El Guey. So thanks, man. I appreciate that. How do I say it? El Guey? Something like that?
Your English is a little bit
Yeah. So cool. You know, I got connected through Eddie. We had some mutual friends. I've been pretty fortunate with my first film. We had a Hollywood screening in November 2012. And I was kind of in over my head with that project, and it got selected for the American Independent Film Festival. And I needed people. I needed people who were passionate and could help and were willing to work till 4 o'clock in the morning for next to nothing. And Eddie was one of those guys. He helped me out on set. He turned up. He stayed longer than I told him I needed him, and he got the job done. And then he was telling me about this project, and he was just so passionate about it. It was almost oozing out his pause there.
The inspiration came from a lot of things I've grown up with my entire life. I really love those films as well, even though I was like a 7-year-old kid watching movies that were old enough to be my grandfather. I loved them. I love the fact that they had these superheroes that fought together as a team to combat other, demons like werewolves and vampires. Just like it's real fun. And the posters were awesome. They were really great. They marketed the films really well, and they made about 100 of these films with the same actors. And the actors were real wrestlers. And that's the difference between this, is that I wanted to portray that, but not have to really get a real wrestler to get an actor, a character, and introduce them into the wrestling scene. Kind of do the opposite. Now, the first, we did a film horror race. It was a 7-day race for school. I was at the Art Institute of Dallas, and we wrote, shot, directed, and everything for the short film. $250 budget, and put together this, this world. And we screened it, won Best Director. Short concept film. Got a lot of feedback. Jesse helped me out by sending it to South by Southwest and getting an outside of South by Southwest screening at a local venue, which was really supportive. And at that screening, I met a lot more cast and crew members that were willing to help out in the feature, and that's when we really took off. And we're like, you know what? after seeing everyone going through all these panels at South by Southwest and learning about how these films are made, we can really do it with the technology we have now, with the amount of support that we have. We can really do this, you know, on a small budget and just get it out there how we envision. And so that's sort of the feature film LA came into play. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the trailer. This is the official trailer of the film to kind of give you guys a little sneak peek of what you're getting yourself into. So.
Or is she telling the truth about this mystic beast who walks among us?
No, they could have hired any Pachuco. But the stories they tell me about you convince me that you're the right man for the job.
I just want that beast to get what he deserves.
Chupacabra. Myth. Monster.
People need faith in their lives to keep moving forward. The only superpower you need is your corazon.
What are you? Some freaking ghost hunter now?
I'm the man! Yeah! Please welcome our current captain, away!
We're selling posters and stuff, but anyone that y'all can donate, y'all can buy, whatever, it doesn't matter. 50 cents, $1, $10, really doesn't matter. Anything helps. Anyone that makes a purchase or donates will get their name in the credits as a special thank you, since we are still in post-production.
It all takes time, all takes money, so all this show of appreciation, I don't want it to sound like a cliche, is genuinely appreciated. Sincerely, it's great to have people who are interested, and we want to do right by you. We want you to be able to go out to the website and see a really good product, and IMDb, and tell your friends, and then be proud of something that we're putting out there. And you know what, I just feel like, here's another one of the reasons, getting back to your original question, Eddie. Can you imagine being around when Superman was just, you know, surfacing, or when Spider-Man was just coming out? They set out a panel, same thing here. You know, maybe not many people had heard, or they'd heard a few mushrooms, and then boom, it just explodes. So, you know, I hope for the cast and the team, and for all you guys, that we're on an emergence of a new superhero. I love Spider-Man, I love Superman, but you know what? I've seen them before. I'd like to see a new one, and I hope it's going to be Guey.